right, everyone, we are back. Hopefully everyone had a nice break. Carlos Martinez, you're here.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and who is your client?
Albert Limon, Judge.
All right, and is Mr. Limon here?
No, he was not this morning, Judge, and you had recalled us back at 2 so that we can find out if pretrial or GPS knew his whereabouts. And I checked with the mom. The mom did not know where he's at, Judge.
All right, and did you call pretrial services for the GPS?
No, I did not, Judge.
You want to call them and see if they know where he is?
Sure.
Okay. All right, if you will call them and let us know.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Yes. Sure.
This is on silent, we can. Marcus is just here, he conferred on a 15.
Okay.
Ali, I send you a chat.
Thank you, ma'am.
Norma, could you get Alfonso Cabanas here? His client is in the courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Cabanas will be zooming in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
All right, Alfonso Cabanas, your client is in the courtroom. Do you need to speak with
Yes,
him?
Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
All right, to the courtroom. If you could go to breakout room number 1, please.
Your Honor, I'm back.
Yes.
I conferred with my client, Your Honor. Earlier this morning, I conferred with Mr. Nisbet on my client's case. There was a plea offer. Obviously, he's now out on bond. So I don't know if we're still on the same trial status or if the dates have changed.
All right, because the plea deadline has been extended twice. And
That's
so
right.
I'm assuming he wants his jury trial. Is that correct?
That is right, Judge. We're going to meet either tomorrow or next Monday. He wants to talk to me about his case, and it may include, him enforcing his right to a jury trial.
All right, Mr. Williams, approach. All right, Mr. Williams, we're recalling this case next week. And at that point in time, you need to let the court know if you want a jury trial or if you're going to enter a plea. After that date, the court will not accept any pleas. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Norma, Mr. Williams, can you put this on the docket for next week, please?
Yes, ma'am. You want to come back on? We can do it on a Wednesday.
All right, so you'll need to be back in court on Wednesday, July 21st at 9 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Just remain in court and they will give you a reset form. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you don't have anyone else with us, you are excused, Mr. Cabanas.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. And also, Norma, can you see where Mr. Garcia is so we can take care of his client?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you unmute? Judge,
Yes,
Mr. Williams has a question for you.
yes.
Okay, ma'am. First and foremost, I do highly apologize about violating your rules. Point blank period about the Zoom, to make it short and sweet, ma'am. I did hear your rules, I did, and there's no excuse behind it. So me being here, for one, I already know the reasoning behind it. Furthering, I don't know, I had a quick question. Did you, for now on, anytime I had court appearances to be present, I had to be physically here?
Yes, you're going to have to be here on the 21st.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome. Ally Jackson.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, do you have anyone else with us?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, then you can remain. If you want to remain with your fellow prosecutors, you can, or either you can leave. See how I put that pressure on you?
I know.
Yeah. But you're excused if you want to be excused.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, you're welcome.
Have a good day. I'm
right,
probably going
you
to take
too.
off. I've been watching the Capitol because it's taking place in my court. So I've been
Ah.
keeping a close eye on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Have a good one. It was
Thank you.
great having you here.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too. David? You have Victoria Maldonado.
That's correct, Judge.
All right, and your client, I think she was here this morning, but she is not back. But if anyone's here from Criminal Trial Division, I'm sending David Woodard to breakout room number 2. So if any Criminal Trial Division prosecutor is available, please go to breakout room number 2.
David Garcia said he'll be here soon.
Okay. All right, Carlos Martinez, what is the update on your person, Albert Limon?
We made 3 calls, Judge, and we just, as of a minute or 2 ago, got a response from the second officer involved. The
Yes.
first one had said that he could not see him on a screen, and then his officer just called and said that he cut off his monitor.
Okay. All right. Is there a prosecutor available? Just one second. As soon as we get a prosecutor, we will take this matter up.
Carlos, is it you that needed to speak on Limon?
Yes. All right, we're going to go on the record, Brenna, on 2021 CR 1796, State of Texas versus Albert Lou Limon. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense?
Carlos Martinez for the defendant, Your Honor.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9:45 a.m. and is now 2:46 p.m. The court allowed defense counsel to come back in the afternoon to see if we could discover the whereabouts of his client. We're going to proceed with this hearing by video. Any objection from the state or the defense?
No objection from the state.
None from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Deputy Mejia or either Deputy Laura, is there a Albert Lou Limon in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor, he is not.
And has he been in the courtroom at all today?
No, Your Honor.
And for the record, he has not been on the Zoom screen. Mr. Martinez, do you have any objections to us going forward by video?
None, Your Honor.
State, do you have any objections to us going forward by video?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Martinez, have you had any contact with your client?
No, I have not, Your Honor.
All right, do Did you have a chance to speak with pretrial services?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right, and what were the results?
They couldn't find him on the first call, and then they brought in the actual officer. And it's a few minutes ago, she said that he had cut off his monitor.
All right, State,
Judge, we're gonna ask that you forfeit his bond and issue a warrant.
all right, that'll be granted, and I'm gonna remand your client without bond. If you're able to get in touch with your client, we'll have a hearing on the events that have transpired.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for coming back. You're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Hello, David.
Judge, I confer with Meredith. She's going to look at my client's cases and email me an offer In the meantime, I'm going to try to see if Norma has a good contact information for my client's bondsman so I can try to locate her because I've never spoken with her.
All right, well, do know that there was a Victoria Maldonado on the Zoom this morning, so I'm gonna give you a 30-day reset.
Okay,
Because this is the first setting date. Norma, when can they come back?
The 26th of August, Judge.
All right, so we'll be back on August 26th.
and Norma, when you get a chance, can you just text or email me her bondsman?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
All right, sorry I was late. Sorry I missed this morning.
Oh, no problem.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, you too, bye-bye. All right, the last person we're just waiting for David Garcia.
Yeah, I showed he signed the paperwork like before noon, but
He said he'll be here soon. I don't know what soon means to him.
All right, David Garcia, have you completed all the paperwork with your client?
I believe it has, but if you can put me in a room with my client just to make sure in case he has any questions before we go before you for a plea, Judge.
All righty.
That
I'll
was
send you to
Brandon
breakout
Peña.
room number 1.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. David Garcia, did you finish with your paperwork?
We did, Judge.
And has he signed everything, has been sworn in?
I don't know if he's been sworn in, Judge, but he did sign everything.
All right, Mr. Pena, if you go to breakout room number 2, and Robert, if you could go to 2 to swear in Mr. Pena, and then this will be our last case for today. All right, and there's an officer. Everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, everyone, this will be our last case for today. All right,
I just need to get a copy of the discovery, but early night, everything else is there.
okay. All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2020 CR 1209, State of Texas versus Brandon Rocky Pena. We're gonna have parties announced for the record for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense.
David A. Garcia, attorney for the defendant.
All right, and if you're Mr. Pena, could you please unmute for me, please? Are you Mr. Pena?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
None.
Any objections from the defense?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Pena, did you sign a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review that discovery with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Pena, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, we're proceeding on count one, waiving count two.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Pena, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on count one, that's possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 gram to, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams. That's a first degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if at any time your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, and he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He is.
Mr. Pena, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand, according to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count one only. They're asking for a $0 fine. They're recommending deferred adjudication. They will take in consideration 2021 CR 3743 and County Court Cause number 663963. There is restitution of $1,500 to Jovan Garcia under 2021 CR 3743. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement, Mr. Pena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
Nothing that's been heard, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. Outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service to restitution. 120 hours of community service restitution and restitution for drug testing. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, just one moment. Marcus, I received that, but it says identification not valid or something.
Okay, I'll do a new one.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that. We're back on the record. Then Mr. Pena, to the offense is charged in count one. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Yes, Judge. The state offers states Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
Any
We've reviewed
objection?
states one and all attachments, Your Honor. We have no objections.
Mr. Pena, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same.
And David, for the discovery, it looks like you still need to sign it. That's why.
Oh, no, it's saying that it's invalid. It won't allow me to do it.
No, it says she's saying David hasn't signed it yet.
Oh, okay. David, if you could sign the acknowledgement of discovery, please.
I'm looking for it right now.
All right, thank you.
Should be coming your way, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, after viewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I've spoken to him. He understands he made a mistake and he's looking forward to prove himself. We're hoping you give him this opportunity to attempt and complete the deferred adjudication offer.
All right, Mr. Pena, who is Christopher Resendez to you?
Just a family friend,
And who is Sierra Rocha?
family friend as well.
All right, so you're not in a relationship other than their friends, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I see when you were pulled over, you had 11 municipal court warrants. Are you planning on taking care of those? Of course, in another venue, not in this venue.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
4, 5, and 6.
Same mother?
Yes, ma'am.
And where are they?
With their grandma.
All right, so I'm assuming they're with the grandmother because the mother is not taking care of them, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not taking care of them. So what's your drug of choice and what's the children's mother's drug of choice?
Heroin.
All right. And is Child Protective Services involved?
Yeah, that's why they're with the grandma.
Yeah. Okay, how often do you use heroin?
How often?
I'm sorry?
I mean, how often?
Yes, how often?
When I was out there, I would do it every day.
All right, so I want you to know something. What I'm going to do is not designed to hurt you. It's designed to help you. So do you agree with me that you have a drug problem?
Yes.
All right, so you need inpatient treatment. You understand why? Mr. Pena, do you understand why you need inpatient drug treatment?
No, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
No, ma'am.
Because you're a heroin addict. You use heroin on a daily basis, and it's got to the point where Child Protective Services, and I know that sometimes people don't think straight when they're using drugs, but you are sort of at rock bottom because Child Protective Services has come in, they've taken your 3 children and placed them somewhere else because you are in no shape to take care of them. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to have to get you into shape mentally, physically, emotionally, so that you can take care of your children and not be riding around with these 3 people who are family friends. And I'm sure they use drugs as well, you know, riding around with them instead of doing what you need to do for Child Protective Services in order to get your children back. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I can guarantee you that there is no grandparent on the planet who wants to raise their grandchildren. They'll raise them, but they don't want to. They want to be grandparents. They don't want to be parents. They've already done that. And so now the mother of your children, her mother is now becoming a parent again. When that's supposed to be your job, and that's supposed to be the mother of your children's job, not the grandmother. And I've done plenty of CPS cases, and what ends up happening is adult people who are supposed to take care of these children decide, we're not going to do it because we know the children are going to stay with the grandparents, and we'll just come and be a fly-by-night parent. Would just come in, say hi, drop the children off some candy, and then leave. But I'm going to change that for you. You are going to do inpatient treatment. Are you associated with any gangs or no?
No, ma'am.
When's the last time you had a full-time job?
No, I don't work.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't work.
Why don't you work?
I get a government check
For what?
for disability.
For what?
For disability,
What's your disability?
slow learner.
All right. There are a lot of people who are slow learners, but you brought 3 children into this world. So somebody has to support them. And the person who has to support those children should not be taxpayers. I mean, I'll do it. I'm in the same boat as your grandparent, right? As his children's grandparent. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it because somebody has to. But that's your job. It should not be the taxpayer's job to take care of children that you brought into the world who are 4, 5, and 6. Okay?
Okay.
So obviously you haven't done any of your plans for CPS. Is CPS still involved, or have they terminated your parental rights?
Yeah, I don't have no more rights.
You don't have any rights?
No more rights. No, it's my rights away.
Did you sign your rights away?
I signed my rights away, but they have told me that I have no more rights.
Okay. There's going to be 6 years deferred adjudication, $0 fine. Taking consideration 2021 CR 3743. County Court Cause number 663963. Restitution to Jovan Garcia. And 2021 CR 3743. Rebecca, we can do a TAP evaluation, but he's going to need inpatient treatment. Can I just recommend the inpatient treatment program I want him in, or is TAP evaluation are they going to want a TAP evaluation?
You can go ahead and put what you want, and then TAP might follow it.
All right, we'll see if we're going to try SATA. If SATA says no, then it will be SafeP. And I want him on the waiting list for felony drug court. And he's to remain in custody until he's either accepted in SATA, SafeP, or felony drug court.
Judge, regarding the restitution, if he's going to be in an inpatient drug program and he's disabled, I think perhaps we should probate the restitution amount, because I think that may be just setting him up for failure on the deferred.
I'm not going to probate the restitution amount because obviously that's a complainant. And I understand that people have SSI. He's saying he's too slow. I understand that. And I don't even think that's the right terminology. He's saying he has an issue with learning. But that hasn't stopped him from creating 3 children or owing restitution to Mr. Jovan Garcia, or driving, because I'm reading the report. He's driving a vehicle. He has 11 municipal court warrants, having children, doing heroin, because heroin takes some level of skill. I've never done heroin before, but I know if you're going to shoot it through a needle, you have to put it in the needle, you have to put the right amount in the needle. And then if you're heating it up, you have to get the spoon. I guess I shouldn't tell people how to do this on YouTube, but suffice it to say, there takes some skill. And your client is sweating a little bit. I don't know if it's hot at the jail or if he's feeling the after effects of not having the amount of heroin that he usually takes. So we're going to do restitution to Jovan Garcia. And I want him to have employment. If the employment is going to affect his SSI, then of course, we'll figure something out. But I'm going to put employment, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. So proof of employment or SSI within 30 days of release. UA hotline. Random field visits. 3 times per month. 120 hours of community service restitution hours, and the court will not allow him to buy that out. So he's going to have to do those hours. And restitution for laboratory testing. Mr. Pena, are you able to Zoom?
Yes.
Regular Zoom reporting or in person? Is there anything else he needs, Rebecca?
Do you want to put CPS compliance if applicable?
Yes, CPS compliance if applicable. And also, you're doing parenting classes for me. I'm going to want parenting classes with compadre y compadre. And no contact with Christopher Antonio Resendez or Sierra Rocha. All right, Mr. Pena, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, and the fact that you can Zoom tells me that you have intelligence, because if you are on Zoom all day with me, I have attorneys who can't Zoom very well. I'm going to show you what's entitled, Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Pena, I think you can do this. However, whether or not you're successful at it, gonna depend 100% on you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And, people say, you shouldn't say that, but somebody needs to tell you, and it needs to be said. It is easy to be fruitful and multiply. But let me just tell you, children cannot support themselves. You can't have a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, put them out on Travis Park and tell them, go forth, I've done my duty. They depend on you as an adult. If you can't take care of your 5, 6, 7-year-old, you need to wait until you get yourself together. You're clean and sober. You have employment, and you're able to financially support your children financially, emotionally, and physically before you think about continuing to be fruitful and multiply. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Pena. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Probation will go over conditions with you. And Mr. Garcia, I can send you to 1 as well, or either you can be excused.
Thank you, Judge. You have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You too. All right, everyone, we're going to stop our live stream. We'll be back tomorrow at 9:45. And I say